welcome back to Drama Log. This is Sunny, and with me I have Hina today, and together we are gonna review a new drama. This is a new one on. It's been much awaited drama. It's on Harper Geo, and it stars a lot of people love him, Feroze Khan, and then it has the global star Ayeza Khan, along with a multitude of other characters, and it's directed by Farooq. I think he's a very celebrated director. Who recently his show Ishq Murshid was a big hit recently last year, I suppose. So there was a lot of excitement around this drama. It's finally on air. We've seen 4 episodes so far, and so we are here together to see whether we liked it or we didn't like it. So we will share our thoughts. How's it going, Hina?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
So far, so good. I'm trying to see what is a good drama out there that we can watch in our spare time. We are all busy working moms.
Yes, exactly. I'm also always looking for a good drama so that I can, watch them during my me time
Yes.
and enjoy them, and then obviously review them now. So we were really looking forward to, for Humraz because of the star cast, because of combination of Ayeza and Feroze, because it's the first time they are together, right?
Is it? I was told that they definitely starred in a drama together much before. I haven't seen it, but
Oh,
yeah.
I don't remember that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay. But I was looking forward
Yes.
to this drama, and especially Farooq's direction, and I was like, this will be like another blockbuster coming up.
Yes. Yeah, that would ditto my opinion about it. And the teasers really promised a different kind of a storyline. So I was very curious to see how it's going to unfold. So yes, let's start with the first impression. So you've seen the first 4 episodes?
Yes, I did, and I would say that my expectations were way high, and then the drama was here, so it was not up to my expectations, and because of a lot of reasons. I think the storyline, the execution, there is a lot of problems with this drama. Um,
Yes.
um, um, I don't know if in the coming episodes it's going to improve or not, but for now, I think it has a lot of room to improve. And for now, it doesn't seem like it's not up to the mark yet.
Yes.
The storyline is very poor. I mean, the characters, honestly, Ayeza and her fiance, the whole it's so the starting scene, start from there. I mean, when they're doing this, he's bringing it was such a big thing. I mean, we are in 2025. I mean, meeting with your cousin who's your fiance apparently is not a problem anymore, even in Pakistan. How come this whole it was such a dragged and such a weird scene. I mean, that him, because at night time he was able to come inside, the fiance was there for the party, then why in the morning time it was an issue for him to come inside the house to meet her?
He had to go through all the hoops.
All the hoops he's climbing, and I mean, it was just I didn't get that whole, and I was like, okay, move forward, what's next?
Yes. And especially Zahid and Ayeza don't come across as really young couple, right? They can do this kind of foolishness, but they look like very mature couple, and yet they're doing all this.
Mature couple, so it's fine if they're a little bit older and it's a mature couple. It's okay, but don't show them doing this childish a
20-year-old. I mean, that's my point.
The balloons and everything you do when you're in your 20s. Come on, and they don't look like they're in their 20s. It didn't make sense. It didn't fit well with me. That
exactly. Yes.
That first scene started the whole problem.
Yes.
Okay, let's move forward, and then we are moving forward, and we are coming and seeing Feroze, who's apparently in a lot of love with his brother, which we don't know why. Apparently we all love our brothers, but why is
obsession?
Why he's so obsessed with his brother? I don't get it. What happened in the past that they have such like sometimes the shows like in the past that the brother did something for him, or they had something
Yes.
like a very special bond, or there's
Mm-hmm.
something. So
Mm-hmm.
anyhow, I was like, okay, all right, he's just a obsessed brother, I guess that's what it
Yeah.
is.
It's a crazy romance that we have to
Yeah,
somehow
he was just
accept.
angry, and he was just angry, and he's just doing all of this because he's just angry. And then there
Yeah.
were multiple scenes, again, the similar scenes that they're like people coming after his brother and he's fighting with them. Whether it's
Yes.
in a studio, whether it's happening outside, like it was
It's
a
in
repetition of the
college.
scene. They're just trying to prove you multiple times, oh, he loves his brother. Okay, we get
Yes.
it. We get
Yes.
it, he loves his brother.
Yeah.
Don't tell us with multiple scenes that okay, he loves his brother. I
Right.
mean, okay, so that was another thing, and then this whole thing that in the next episodes they played with the name Sarah. Okay, okay, if your brother is so close to you, are you not gonna make you
Yes.
meet the fiance or your apparently wife who
Yes.
already she's expecting your child? How come your brother does not has not seen her face? How?
Yes, yes. You hit the bullseye there. Like for me, you know everything about this girl except you never seen him and seen her, and don't even know where she comes from. You know nothing about her. Yet you claim that you're like you and your brother are super close to each other.
Yeah,
So
so the
it,
foundation of the story that if he's gonna take that clip that Ayeza is like he's chasing Ayeza, and then or that missed call to
yes,
go after
hmm.
Ayeza for his murder is not gonna make any sense.
It was absolutely absurd from any crime thriller point of view, and the fact that what reason did Faraz, which is the older brother, had to hide about his alliance with this girl? Like the girl had reasons, I get it, but then this guy apparently comes from a very open-minded family. The mom is
Yeah.
a professor or something, and she's quite open-minded. You have a brother who like dotes on you. Why wouldn't you disclose about your fiance or even her, that the fact that you've married her already and you have a conjugal relationship with her on top of it? You just
Yes.
haven't married. It's just that you have a relationship with her. Why wouldn't you still hide all of it from your family
Yeah,
on
because apparently
Faraz's
your
end?
family is very nice. Your mother is very supportive. Your brother is very
Yes,
supportive. At least you can
yes,
show him a picture where
yeah, sure,
apparently like
yeah,
you married her, you're having a child with her. You're not gonna show it to your brother. That how does she look
exactly,
like? Yeah, or
exactly.
whatever. I mean, the brother who can actually die for you. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me.
And she is like eager to bring his Barbie home and all everything. It made no sense to me. And then the whole part, the interaction between Faraz and Aisha. Aisha is Sarah as well. So
Hmm.
Faraz's fiance is Sarah, and
Okay.
the one that he's hiding, and Aiza's character is also Sarah. So that's where
Yeah.
the confusion is. But the whole interaction between these two complete strangers, Faraz and Aiza's character Sarah, was so absurd. Like,
So absurd.
what girl, and Aiza, someone of like potentially a matured age, walks up to a stranger. Arun mana chalo, this was a truth or dare kind of a thing, fine. But you wouldn't steal someone's cell phone, run away with it, and then go circling around in the cafeteria with it. It was
Yeah.
just so absurd, and it didn't sit well with me. They should have shown some other method of of a possible
Yeah.
interaction and a way that a
Yeah.
confusion could unfold.
Even the
Um,
trick that he tried to do, the director tried to do the trick with us. Like it seems like Isa was talking to this guy,
hmm,
but he wasn't. He was talking to the other Sarah. I mean, it didn't make sense to me. I was like, okay, what is he
no,
trying to do here? It didn't sit well with me. I was like, okay,
not at all, not at all. And that's where I think I started losing my interest in the show
mm-hmm.
because it wasn't looking like a maturedly directed crime thriller.
Yeah,
And then came the part where this we see a police inspector is introduced in the story. She is apparently their cousin, and potentially she was in love with Faraz, the guy who
yeah,
got murdered, right? And
yeah,
then I didn't understand the overwhelming emotion this girl was showing. Like she
yeah.
seemed
I mean,
so very
you're at the
emotionally.
scene of
It was not gelling with me. Her overwhelming. Okay, I can understand you were probably in love with this guy, but the overwhelming and the amount of screen time devoted to her was not gelling, making any sense to me.
yeah.
And then if you had to
Another,
kill the girl,
mm-hmm.
on Faraz's side, Faraz got murdered by his wife's brother because the bride's side of the family did not acknowledge this relationship. So they murdered Feroze, and then they dragged the bride back to her home where they potentially wanted to kill her. And then the bride's mother intervenes and says, "No, let me kill her because that
Mm-hmm.
will make it look better." And
Mm-hmm.
then they apparently set her on fire.
I think that's a trick too. She's alive. She's not dead. The
Mm,
mother must have saved her, and she just like that's why they did the whole fire thing that we couldn't find even her ashes or something like that. They said at the end that she's burned
mm.
completely. So I think that's another trick
Yes.
they tried to do. She will be alive at the
Okay.
end. I'm not sure about the
Okay.
child that's gonna be alive, but the mother must have saved her or something. So there is some kind of
Mm. So
thriller
she will be the
suspense there.
final sort of evidence which will prove that Ayeza is innocent.
Literally, yes, she will come at the end. Yeah, something to save.
Okay. Okay.
And then another thing that again this drama did, which a lot of dramas do, they stereotype our Pathan people. I mean, they are always,
Mm.
where
Mm.
they always show this whenever they want to show honor killing being
Yes.
done. It has to be like it's a story based in Karachi, right? Like it seems like it's been shot in
Yeah.
Karachi, right?
Some
So how
city.
come that
Yes.
whole you're from city and then all of a sudden you see these horses, you see these guys with like guns and
Yeah.
seems like not educated again stereotype again that's the same music playing at the back which we see in all these
Mm.
dramas like whenever
Mm.
there's a
Mm.
stereotype Patan they'll try to show that oh they do you know murders honor killing stuff like that
Right.
so,
Right.
so again
It's a
we have
it's a
seen
very
this multiple times so we don't want to
yes.
see this.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the last episode, we see that Aiza is getting married. So she's in her Mayun and whatever, and she's getting married. And then we see that in the police station, they discovered this footage from the restaurant, right, where they see for the first time Faraz interacting with Sarah. And then the evidence is that, okay, there's a footage of Sarah and Faraz interacting, and then the last phone call from Faraz's phone went to this girl. None of this make her a murder convict.
So last conversation was not to this Sarah. Last because do you remember he calls the his wife, "Hey Sarah, where are
Yes.
you?" So
And that
last phone
number
call
is
was to the
blocked.
actual Sarah.
Right.
And
And they say
how hard it is to get the call records? Like anybody can see that there is a lot of phone calls made to the other Sarah rather than this
yes,
Sarah.
this one Sarah, right? Exactly.
This
And
one,
then
yeah.
and they say there were two last calls, 1 minute each. One is blocked, or we can't get through one, and the other one is open, and this is this Sarah, the Isa
Uh,
Sarah.
oh,
So they say that, but then even if I have interacted with you in a cafeteria and you made a phone call to me, doesn't put me on the
that
murder
doesn't.
scene,
Yeah.
doesn't make me a murder convict. No, but the furthest, any cop will be hesitant to even go to the extent of arresting that person. And
It's
and
gonna
this
get very over
lady,
dramatic. It's gonna happen at a
very
wedding day or something. Like
yes,
I saw
and
in the
this
clip.
lady cop actually kind of mentions that, like, "Nee, abhi tak evidence is not right," and then she eventually lands up and in her wedding, breaks into her wedding and then tries to arrest her, and with such conviction that she's arresting her, okay, like, हम तो आपको पीछे ही, jail के पीछे ही करेंगे and all this stuff.
Exactly.
But how are you so convinced all of a sudden? A scene before you were like, I don't have enough evidence, and the scene later you're like, you're the one, you're the culprit. I'm gonna drag you to the jail. It makes zero sense to me. And the dad, apparently they are from very influential family, and the dad says, "Well, I'm gonna call the IG," and then he doesn't do anything.
Yeah. So a lot of things doesn't make sense in Humraz. That's a problem.
It's a big problem. It's very immature storytelling. It's like,
Immature
and
storytelling and immature, I mean, script as well. I would say
yes,
not properly executed.
very
Cinematography is not nice. Not a
yes.
lot of money spent, and So I mean, we have to. There is a lot of reason to not to really like it.
I know, exactly. And the dialogues are also not very convincing. Like, people are saying random stuff. Casting is an issue. The mother doesn't look like a mother of a 37-year-old guy. For us, he's apparently 35, 37-year-old.
Yeah.
Or he was. And then this woman did not look by any stretch of imagination as his mother, who's a professor. So that is a sort of a miscast, and so a lot of things in Humraz is not sitting well. Although I must say that the chemistry between Ayeza and Zahid is pretty entertaining.
Cute. It's
It's
nice,
very
yeah.
cute.
No,
Yes.
Ayeza is a good actress. We cannot take that
Yes.
thing away from her or Feroze or from, they all are like amazing actors. That's the reason we started watching this drama. Because for me, it has
Yeah.
to be the story, or it has to be somebody who's like, whose work is like, I know that they're gonna do a good work together.
Right.
So that's, I mean, their chemistry is cute. Like,
The kids is really
it,
cute. When they're together, you don't mind watching them. They're so cute.
and I don't
Uh,
know why it's a problem in our dramas, that why can't they say, oh, this is a mature couple who's in love? Why they have
I
to be in
know.
their
I
20s?
know.
What is the problem? Like
Right.
here in US, girls in their 30s easily get married. Obviously, looking for a a soulmate. They try to
Right.
like go on a date. It's very normal. I mean, it's
Right.
fine. It's okay.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be really young to do
Right.
this.
Exactly. And they don't look that young
They
to
don't look
begin
that young.
with, but
Yes.
then you make them act so childishly that then
That's
you
why
you are like
that scene
you're
didn't
like
make sense. Yes.
it doesn't make sense. Like, Zahid is it fits a bill for a 32 year old guy, maybe, if
I
I
would say 35 plus. I mean,
yeah,
Ayeza
Zahid,
is of
I
course
mean,
30 plus.
yeah. So for us, they say he's a 35-year-old guy, right? So then these
Yes.
kids have to be around that ballpark, these guys. So
Hmm.
And Zahid looks the part. He looks like a 35-year-old. Yet we don't see him talk about his work. We don't see him,
Yeah.
involved in anything work related. All he's doing is like, "You're looking so pretty. I want to see you." I mean, that is just way. Is just a 20-year-old. A 20-year-old also doesn't do it nowadays. They're also busy with their own career building and everything.
Yeah, it wouldn't make
So
sense. Okay, I'm at work right now. In the evening time, we are grabbing a coffee and we are doing
yeah,
something. It will make sense,
right,
right? That you can
right.
relate to it. You can say, oh yeah, this is
Yes,
normal. This is
this
how
is normal. Exactly.
and people in their 30s go for a date, or
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
how they're
Yeah.
gonna
It's
behave.
like yeah. That's how they should be behaving. And then you expect that kind of, when the cop comes in trying to apprehend your would-be bride in your on your wedding day, you should have that kind of expression of like protective expression. Zahid is like looked completely lost. What's going on, and he's like smirking at Ayeza and then looking at the father-in-law. It was like a weird scene, and it wasn't. Yeah, the execution is super bad. Feroze, of course, Feroze is fitting the bill. Like he's this angry young man that we want to see. And it's like I wouldn't say that Feroze has versatility, because Feroze does the same thing every single time, and he
But at
picks his
least he
script
worked on his
also.
looks this time. He looks a
Looks,
little bit
yes,
different. So I like that fact
yes.
that he changed his look. But of course, the character is again the same, the angry young man.
Angry young and stoic expressions, not much expressions on his face, and you need to be scared of this guy, and he's whimsical and he can do whatever. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical of continue about I don't know if I want to watch it going forward, to be very honest.
So I will give it a chance. Like I'll see. Okay, I will absorb that part that Sarah is gonna be caught up with all of this. So just take it and let's see. Okay, it was a bad execution. You know, let's just accept the fact that I want to see that what does like Feroz is gonna do with her, and how he's
Hmm.
gonna avenge all of this. So I
Yeah.
will give it a. I mean, I will watch next
Benefit
couple
of
of
doubt.
episodes and then and I'll see just because of Feroz and Aiza that let's see, because apparently it's gonna be them, right? It's not gonna
Yeah.
be Aiza and Zahid. It's gonna be Feroz and Aiza. So I
Yes.
just wanna see that how if there is something, if there is gonna be something happening, and then once Feroz figure it out that she was
Hmm.
innocent, then what's gonna
Hmm.
happen? So
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna become more like a horror story where, like, there will be constant harassment of Aiza by Firoz, because I don't think they can keep her in jail for long. So there will be constant harassment of Aiza by Firoz, and he can go to any extent to do that kind of stuff. So based on the trailer as well. So how much Ayeza gets support from her family is probably the key, of, the key thing in the story, and how she fights back. Let's see
Yeah.
if we get a very progressive script from here on.
Yes, we can hope for a
Yes,
better. Yeah, we
true.
can. I mean, we will work for the. We will wait for the magic of Farouk Rend, right? You know,
Yes,
he's a good director, so we'll see what he has for us.
yes. Okay, so let's give it the benefit of doubt. Maybe we'll follow it for a few more episodes and then give our final
Yeah.
verdict on it.
Yes.
All
So
right. So with that, we come to the end of our episode and our review of Humraz. Let us know your thoughts. I know there are a lot of Feroze and Ayeza's fan out there. Let us know if you're liking the story, or or you want to see some changes, like we mentioned. So till then, we'll come back again with another review. Bye bye.
Hafiz.